currently off to the gym. Bit of a walk away. But yeah, I wanted to mention 2 days ago now, I got an email from a couple of clients who have been with me for maybe like 3 months now. And they do like weekly membership. And they kind of got back to me saying, what we signed up for isn't quite what we imagined. And, stuff like you offered us the world and you gave us an atlas. And not really helping them as much as we've said, or they're not seeing the results as much as they want from the program and stuff. So getting that is a bit annoying to see. So obviously I know that because of a couple of things they've mentioned, there's definitely some processes in place that aren't set up properly for the whole client's journey, and there's not enough, or it's not the right people or the right processes in place. So when things happen, people are followed up properly, they're not followed up, or anything like that. They get the way in, all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a bit of a breakdown in some of those processes. But it was a bit frustrating to see, because I know, part of it, we do follow up with them through this app, and then I think they haven't actually responded to any of the follow-ups. So that's kind of a little bit on their part, but obviously mostly on ours. If they weren't responding in the app, I should have known that, and then I can follow up with them in a different way. So that's kind of the processes I'm kind of thinking through that aren't in place properly right now, that need to be in place, and need to be better place. We need to make sure everyone who goes through the journey gets the same level of quality, same level of service, and they think that every dollar spent towards us is 100% necessary and basically a requirement for them. So that's kind of what we want to instill in them. But getting these emails about these kind of process breakdowns just highlights that I need to be way more on top of steps, processes, the staffing, all that kind of stuff, to make sure that no one falls through the cracks. Because, they haven't got that many clients. Got maybe like 20 to 30 clients active who are weekly kind of members. And, that's not that many to, be on top of. And I've got the people to kind of follow up with accountability and stuff. But then obviously if one person isn't doing the right thing, or we don't get to them properly, it's hard for me to really be on top of that. So I can't blame myself too much for that, but at the same time, I know that the processes and systems aren't in place, and we fall to the level of the systems that we've set up. So definitely I need to work on the systems aspect there, and just make it better. So that just really did highlight that there's definitely some breakdowns at the moment. And so I've done lots more work recently in terms of like tracking and making sure everything is compliant. And this is just all going back to writing out the processes for each staff member, what they need to do, and all that kind of stuff. So yes, it sucks to get that message. And when I got that email, I was just like, it's just kind of like, why am I doing this? This is like so much hard work, and just makes me want to throw in the towel and just like stop the whole thing. But I know that that's an easy process to fix, and definitely an easy kind of step to take to make sure, if this is happening for one person, maybe it's happening for others. So a bit of a kick up the butt, and to, get on top of things like that. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to be doing in the following days. Really making sure everything's set up, all the step-by-step kind of things for each role is ready to go, and making sure I'm going to personally follow up with every single client to make sure they're getting, it might take hours to follow up, but need to make them aware that we are there to support them. So I don't want to ramble on too much about that, but I thought that's kind of where my thoughts are at the moment. Very annoying to get these emails and then people not getting the service they want or thought or desired or hoped for. So that's kind of that. So let's try to turn this around. It is like mid-February now. And like I mentioned, we've got until like May to kind of see if we can turn this stuff around.